Traders, how you doing? And welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my 200k FTMO challenge. Now, in the last video, if you remember, just so you see here, it's the same one here, ending on the 1st of December. So if you remember in my last video, I was up here on my equity curve on a decent trade on the Euro Swiss. I ended up closing that trade for quite a decent profit. And obviously, I'd guaranteed that free repeat, which for me is number one. You know, market conditions aren't always going to be great. You're kind of bound by that 30 days that FTMO gives you. And unlike what social media traders, or traders, let's say the bad ones, tell you, getting 10% in 1 month is quite difficult. And you do need, although hope and luck is not a trading strategy, you do need that little bit of luck to get you past this first stage. And unfortunately, this time, I just didn't get it. So I was at the point when I did close this Euro Swiss for just over 5k profit. So I was 5k up on my challenge. And as I said, I did at that point guarantee my free repeat because I wouldn't have gone underneath. I would have waited for my new challenge to start. But I had $5 to play with. And this is where, as I said on previous videos and to the members of RTFX, this is where you go and have a bit of fun. You know, go to Vegas, put it all on red and see what happens. You may get lucky. Now, that type of trading obviously is not something you do long term, but it's my strategy for when I guarantee that free repeat, just to go for it, have fun, and you may get lucky and hit that 10%. But as we know, 10% is difficult. And unfortunately for me, this time the casino won. So as I had that 5k of profit to play with, I took a JP225 aggressive entry long. So you can see here my 225 long trade. Again, this is not trade I took on real money. But it's a trade I took in this challenge that unfortunately ended up losing. I did have a very small scalp in Aussie yen as well that basically put me out of the game. But at this point in time, after I lost this trade, I knew that it was kind of pretty much over, unfortunately. But as I said, the main thing here is I've guaranteed my free repeat. So my challenge ends tomorrow, which is the 1st of December. And on the 2nd of December, I go for it again. No harm. I don't have to pay another $1,300 for another challenge. And if I can keep getting those free repeats, there'll be one time that I go to Vegas and I strike it big and I pass this challenge. You know, every time I pass the challenge, I've passed the verification. So touch wood, hopefully that happens again. So just to confirm here, you can see my trading objectives. I have done 10 trading days past that. I have not lost 10 grand. I have not lost 20 grand. And I've just slightly missed my 20 grand profit target by about $19,900. It's just a joke, by the way. But yeah, I've got my free repeat and I wait till tomorrow. So this was the Euro Swiss trade I took on this breakout of this zone. I was just trailing my stops down. We got to this decent drop, moved my stop to this anchor and got taken out at this point in time. Now, hindsight is obviously great because it's coming down. But at that point in time, I was kind of happy to be out of that trade for, as I said, just over about 5k of profit and over a little bit over 1 hour. And then the market started to get a little bit quiet for me. So I was doing my morning scan and nothing really looked like it was setting up. So this is where the emotional aspect comes in because it's not real trading, is it? So after I took that Euro Swiss, I didn't have many days left on this challenge. I think I had about 5 trading days left. And the market kind of got a little bit quiet on me. So I had to go and take a risk to see if I can try and just get a little bit lucky to get that 20k profit target or 10% profit target that they need. And I saw this setup in the 225. Now I'm actually currently developing what I'm calling an aggressive breakout strategy, which involves a catalyst prior to a level or significant level actually being broken. And the data that I've got so far is actually quite good. It's a good strategy that potentially has a high payoff ratio, but a little bit of a lower win rate because we are being aggressive with it. So what I saw here in the 225 was this particular candle coming from this context. Remember, the 225 was on a higher time frame uptrend, so we're going with that trend at that point in time. And for me, seeing this very simple hammer bar, pretty much bang on a technical hammer bar, on high volume, back at this 20 from this V reversal, double V reversal, another reload, it looked pretty good for potentially wanting to move back up to the upside and going with that higher time frame trend. Unfortunately, albeit it looked quite good within the first 4 hours, it was pushing on, it kind of fell off. So for me, within this strategy that I don't use real money on, by the way, my stop loss is underneath that particular wick for moving to the upside, trying to capture as much of my profit as we go on. But that one just failed. As we can see, we've come back now. Obviously, COVID has taken into the market. It's become another hot topic. Now, funny enough, this is where, again, the psychological aspect come in, because I saw this 225 early on in the week. And I'm thinking, well, my watch list is quiet. Am I going to get a better setup than this particular one before this challenge finishes? And I didn't think I would. However, if I had waited, and I remember hindsight is always such an easy thing to see, there was another aggressive entry in this Aussie Swiss 4-hour chart. Okay, so if we look at this chart here, our aggressive entry on this particular V reversal, I actually don't think it was as nice as the 225, was here. Selling this candle on that 20, on high volume coming in, on this downtrend in that Aussie Swiss. Now, yes, you could say you got a little bit of luck with COVID coming out and those commodity currencies weakening off. However, if I had waited and taken this, this certainly would have passed my FTMO in one go. That rhymes. But it just wasn't to be this month, and that's perfectly fine. As I said, I don't have to pay another $1,300 for another challenge. I just go again. I'm in no rush to get this, and I'm just going to be patient. And as long as I'm patient, one day I will pass it. I know that. And I'm very confident that once I pass the challenge, I will pass the verification. Touch wood. I hope I haven't jinxed it there. And just a final note, guys, because I just wanted to make sure you're clear on this, is that 225 trade in that Aussie Swiss trade, I wouldn't have taken with real money on my real accounts. My real accounts, I've had a good month. I've only taken 2 trades, but I've made 4%, and I'm perfectly happy with that. But obviously, it's different to these challenges. But we have to go and take risks because we're bound by that 30 days that FTMO gives us. Right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I will do another series on my next challenge. Hopefully, that will be the one that maybe I pass. If you're interested in learning how I trade, check the links down below. At RTFX, we give away a 50K FTMO to one member, which is actually being announced this Friday. We also give away $200 to one member. That is also being announced this Friday on my YouTube stream. And finally, we give away a 7-day free trial. So if you're interested in that, links are down below. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs by Christmas, so please subscribe. Cheers, guys. Trade safe. Peace.